There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it, folks. The Wilson Rework Beta is out now. And if you don't believe me, here's the official main menu just to be sure we're all on the same page here. But speaking of new views, also say hello to Wilson's new skill trees too. Oh yes, everyone. Things just got interesting. So let's discuss. We can now access the skill sets in-game via the Inspect Self option in the bottom right there, in addition to the character select screen. But in order to start making the most of it all, we need inspiration. Literally, as that's what all 25 of these new skills will need in order to be unlocked. At first, we won't see anything related to any of this, and that's because we haven't survived long enough yet. For you see, inspiration points seem to accumulate over time, with the first couple points needing less than 10 days between their earnings, but the more you gain and spend, the more days you will have to survive before getting more. Take for example me needing over 10 days to earn another point, having already spent 9 beforehand. And trust me, it grows longer still. But don't fret, all points and skills persist between worlds or when we are changing characters now, so nothing is going to go to waste. And yes, as you can see at the bottom there, we can now respect our skill trees too. Be mindful though, it does appear that only 15 points are allowed at any given time. Regardless, have fun. But oh yeah, I'm sure all this is leading to the next very important question that you're all surely asking. The heck does all this nonsense mean? Well, let's start with the sneakily awesome alchemy skill tree here. Your initial point is going to unlock the ability to turn 3 twigs into a log, or a log into 2 twigs. But continue down the line, and you're going to notice that all of them kind of share similar mechanics and almost sound like new refinements. And that's because they are. Fully unlock the alchemy tree, and Wilson's character-specific crafting menu will look exactly like this. And no, your eyes do not deceive you. This guy can literally craft iridescent gems if he wishes now. Oh yes, the potential here alone is off the charts, everyone. To continue though, his beard skill tree splits into 2, with one half dealing with beard growth timers, as you can see. And what happens when all 3 skills are unlocked, you ask? Well, Wilson's beard will no longer take 4 to 16 days to fully grow, and instead is going to take 2 to 11, with a long beard coming in at 5 days, if you're wondering. Take advantage. The second half of the tree, however, is all about a beard's insulation factor, and it's as simple as they come. If you have all 3 skills unlocked, your beards are better at keeping you warm. Not by too much, mind, but it will continue to be more insulated over time than just a normal magnificent beard, so you decide if that's going to be worth 3 whole insulation points. But what's this? A final skill tree unlock, you say? Yes, indeed. Once at least 3 skills have been purchased, the last skill opens up. And for the beard skill tree, it's all about the foodies. Foodie storage, that is. Sadly though, the mechanic wasn't quite working at the time of this recording, but as you can see, we will be gaining additional food storage slots as our beards lengthen, and presumably, the spoilage timers of these foods are also going to be impacted as well. So have fun with all that. Next up though, the torch tree. The first 3 skills all have to do with prolonging a torch's durability, and that they do to a T for sure. Once more, it isn't much, but you can clearly see how quickly a normal torch is burning out in WX78's hands compared to one in Wilson's hands now. The second half of the tree, though, turns our attention to a torch's light radius, and while you guys won't be able to tell how impactful these skills are, you'll have to trust me when I say that they are actually doing something. Heck, the camera pan upward should tell you that at least. But lastly, finish either side of the torch tree to unlock the torch tossing ability, only to come to realize that it doesn't do anything. No damage, no fire spreading, nothing really. That said, it does allow for a very unique mechanic of torch stations, let's say. So you know, that's a thing. But yeah, I gotta be honest, this torch skill tree absolutely needs a complete makeover at the end of the day. But hold up, we ain't quite done yet. Wilson also has a very special skill unlocked via unlocking 12 other skills in his trees and killing the ancient fuel weaver. However, it too is broken right now. That said, it does tell us that Wilson will be able to transmute shadow stuff with it unlocked, so we can only venture to guess that we will have even more refinements related to Nightmare Fuel moving forward, and that's very cool in my opinion. I can't wait to see what it truly does though. But spoiler alerts, the Wilson Rework Update Beta isn't the best part of the Wilson Rework Update Beta. Not when our new friend, the Nightmare Werepig boss exists, that is. This thing's set piece spawns randomly in the world after a couple days as far as I can see, and the set piece itself is able to be interacted with. Mine these unique marble pillars to get marble yourself if you wish. However, the only way to truly progress with any of this is through a pickaxe or maybe even explosives. Hit all three and the true entertainment begins. Now, I don't really want to reveal too much as we're probably going to do a better deep dive soon, and this is kind of really cool. I think you should see it for yourself. But let's just say that phase 0 here requires your mind to get rolling. Our new friend is trapped in more ways than one. But handle all that, and he won't exactly thank you, as it appears he prefers stalking over talking. Phase 1 has begun, and no, the pillars don't matter yet, so don't do what I was trying to do here. Just dodge his attacks a few times, and doing so should eventually get him to start running at us, and also leaping at us like seen here. This is the fight for the most part, and you'll want to dodge his attacks 3 times in order to do anything to him yourself. My advice, run towards him. Just be mindful that he does tend to switch back to stalking now and then as well. Eventually, though, you'll get him down to below half health, and he will not only be stalking, but smashing. Be sure to lure him to these pillars, as they're going to be very important in a minute or so, but continue to bait out this new move while getting hits in yourself, and eventually, he's going to enter a desperation phase, where he once again tries to run at us, but follow the exact same pattern as before, and you should be golden. The fight should result in both Dreadstone and Pure Horrors, both of which go into crafting the new Dreadstone armor blueprints that this guy also happens to drop. But for the time being, they don't appear to be that great. They do offer a lot of protection and durability, sure, plus they count for Maxwell's Shadow Puppet's mind, but for how tough this fight actually is, I'm thinking they should probably do one other really cool thing. But we'll see how that goes, as there you have it everyone, the long-awaited official Wilson Rework update for Don't Starve Together. To be honest, it's rather late and I rushed this out, so I'm not quite sure how I truly feel about it yet, but I gotta say I think I like the ideas behind it, especially for the new boss. It might have immediately become my favorite yet. But thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. Anticipate more from this update soon, as I'm sure Clay has a lot of work to do with it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.